Sometimes doing something risky or seemingly bad can be one of the best choices you could ever make for yourself. Because I'm on the phone the other day with my best friend. And, we chopping it up about life, the current state of the world and whatnot. And he hits me with this. He's like, yo, bro, we're both 24. I'm like, yeah. And, we went to school. Now we're working. And all we do is go to work and go back home. We barely even hang out. I'm going to say, yeah, that is true. We barely do shit for ourselves. And he's like, wouldn't it be sad if we grow older? We have kids, you have grandkids, and they come up to us and ask us, hey, what did you do with your 20s? And we tell them nothing. Wouldn't that be sad? And I said, yeah, that'd be horrible. I wouldn't want to go through that. And he's like, bro, that's why, if the money I have saved up, I'm going to start traveling. I'm going to find some place that I can stay at and start creating memories and experiences for myself. So that way I can have something to tell people when they ask me about my 20s. And I'm going to say, yo, bro, honestly, that sounds like the move. Like, that sounds perfect. I think you should do that. Now, personally, what I'm thinking, I'm not big on travel. I do think traveling can be dangerous, especially if you go by yourself. So I never really thought about, really doing that. But for my boy, see, the thing is, he's brought this up before. But this time, the conviction in his voice, he's never sound so serious about it ever, up until that point. And I'm just like, I honestly think he should do it. He sounds serious about it, and he wants to, really enjoy his 20s, really have something to show for it. So I say, hey, man, 100% I'll support you. And then, after the phone call, I'm there sitting by myself. I'm like, yo, he's low-key inspiring me. Because in my life, ever since I hit 20 years old, I've had cycles of wanting to do something risky. And in my case, it was going into debt for a really nice car. Now, every time I got the opportunity to make that decision, I always got scared. I didn't want to do it. Because I'm just like, it's risky, accruing debt, for something. I didn't want to do it. But hearing my best friend talk so seriously about his 20s, it kind of shifted my perspective. It was like, hey, you're 20. You're never going to be this young ever again. Your 20s are a great time in your life. Or at least they're supposed to be. And you're never going to get this time back. You're never going to be this young, full of energy, full of creativity ever again. So why not sometimes make a risky decision? Why not go make that memory? And I come on here to say, do it. Like, if you have the opportunity to do something slightly risky, within good faith, don't do no crazy shit. Go out and do it, as long as it's not going to hurt you severely, in the future. But my friend really inspired me because now I'm thinking, I should get into some shit. I should try just making a memory, spicing up my 20s, of course in good faith. But yeah, story time.